Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. This is a kind of a special one. This is the 1000th review I've done, and I have a special beer for it. And the brewery we're going to look at today is called Shiga Kogen beer, and sometimes they're called Tamamura-Honten, which is the name of the sake brewery from which they are part. And Tamamura-Honten started in 1805, and they've been making sake ever since. They're located in Nagano Prefecture, kind of far up to the north of Nagano. If you look at a map of Nagano Prefecture and you find Nakano City, go up towards the mountains and you will find Yamanouchi, which is where they're located. And I visited there once a few years ago, and they have a tap room called the Teppa Room. And not far away, they also have a place called the Farmhouse, which is a restaurant and bar where you can get their beer, and a sake brewery museum as well. And Shiga Kogen also sponsored an annual beer festival, which is one of the best in Japan, called Snow Monkey Beer Live, because there are monkeys up there who like to sit in the onsen and the hot springs in the winter, snow monkeys, and you can see them in the rest of the year too as well. And this is a beer and music festival with some of the great brewers from Japan and abroad as well. This series we're going to look at today is called their Yamabushi series, and it's kind of a special beer. I'll get to it in a second. Finally, the brewer is Sato-san, Sato Eigo, and he joined them in 2003, began producing beer in 2004, and they've consistently been rated one of the top breweries in Japan. They are definitely among my favorite breweries. And they also grow some of their own ingredients, including hops as well. So I'll try to include a few pictures here so that you can see what Shiga Kogen Brewery looks like. So the beer we're going to look at today is called Yamabushi Saison One, and this is batch 1705, and it's kind of a special beer. It's 9% and 58 international bittering units, and this is a Saison. It's part of their Yamabushi series, and this beer cost 1,650 yen. It was a gift from a friend to me, so I didn't have to pay for it. And on Rate Beer, it has only one rating, but that is very high, 4.3. And on Untapped, 43 ratings, and the average there is 4.11. And these are among some of the highest ratings for Japanese beer on either Rate Beer or on Untapped. And so this beer is based on a previous batch, which is a commemorative batch number 500, which they made several years ago, and in fact in 2012. And I have had that one, and I rated it number 4. This is kind of a reissue of that, using what they call Miyamashiki rice, and also some Shinshu Wase hops, locally grown, and lots of US and UK hops into it as well. It was bottled in 2020 in December, so I've been sitting on it for about 23 months, and it was sent to me by a friend. I stored it at room temperature, not in the refrigerator. I don't have a lot of space, so but it should be fine. We'll see. A friend rated it not too long ago, and he said it just struck him as among some of the best that Japan can offer. And so we're going to look at this beer now. It's called, again, Yamabushi Saison One, and this is batch 1705. Oh boy, listen to that. Here we go. Been waiting for this one for a while. Look at the head on that. Oh my goodness. Frothy, foamy. I don't know how to describe this head to you. It's like a perfectly packed set of spongy bubbles. I'm going to have to let this sit for a while. Yeah, so Shiga Kogen is definitely one of the best breweries in Japan. You have to try them. As far as I know, they don't export. They have done collaborations with a lot of other people. Oxbow in England, for example, Hair of the Dog in Portland, Oregon, Upright in Portland, Oregon. So, and some of those may be available in those locations, but primarily in Japan. You can go on their website if you live in Japan and order from them. They recently put out a whole series of new bottles. I mean, they have a lot of their saisons on display for sale. This is a wonderful estery kind of nose. It is slightly hazy, sort of. You can see the carbonation just kind of rushing off the bottom there. A nice gold amber color. Estery, fruity. Getting a lot of stone fruit out of this. Maybe some peach, pear. Beautiful. Well, this is smooth, stone fruity, light streams of honey. The ingredients for this are basically barley malt and wheat malt, and the rice that I mentioned called miyamashiki, and Shinshu Wasei hops, and they didn't specify what other U.S. and Japanese hops they used, but smooth, rich, light bitterness through mid-palate to the finish. This is rich, really, really rich and fruity. Oh, boy. Quite a masterpiece, I think. Really. So I haven't rated this one yet. I gave the earlier version that I tried, Batch 500. That I rated that 4.1. I think I would give this a higher one. So I think it's aged very well over the 23 months that I've had it. And I have one more bottle which a friend bought for me, so I have this stored away. But gee, this is absolutely superb. Once again, let me just show you. This is called Shiga Kogen Yamabushi Saison One, and it is again batch 1705. Kind of hard to see there, and it is beer, absolutely. So I would say, give anything by Shiga Kogen a go if you happen to see it. And if you come to Japan and you're interested in that part of Japan, if you go up there, you can go skiing in the winter. It's quite a winter sports paradise up there. And go to Shiga Kogen and tell them you want to buy a bottle of Saison One. That's it for today. Thank you for staying with me for 1,000 videos, and I plan to do 1,000 more.